you might be familiar with the name John Pierpont Morgan. He was one of the most influential and powerful American financiers during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and played a crucial role in stabilizing financial markets during times of crisis, but you may not know that Mr. Morgan was also an avid art collector. In fact, he helped establish the Metropolitan Museum of Art by contributing his extensive collection. The Morgan Library and Museum, a magnificent building located in New York City, is originated from J.P. Morgan's private library initially designed by American architect Charles Follen McKim. This cultural institution houses an extensive collection of rare books, manuscripts, drawings, prints, artifacts and other formats of artwork. It includes illuminated manuscripts, such as the Hours of Catherine of Cleves, Gutenberg Bibles, original manuscripts by authors like Charles Dickens and Jane Austen, and rare drawings by artists like Michelangelo and Rembrandt. I am Ilger. At this series of 10 American best-selling fiction books, I am going to introduce the historical novel The Personal Librarian, written by Marie Benedict and Victoria Christopher Murray. It tells the history of the Morgan Library and Museum, focusing on the life of J.P. Morgan's personal librarian, Belle da Costa Greene, who ran the Morgan Library for 43 years. Published in 2021, The Personal Librarian is a remarkable story detailing the life of Belle da Costa Greene, an intelligent, ambitious, stylish and diligent woman of African American and Portuguese descent. Belle is working at the Princeton University Library. In 1905, she is hired by J.P. Morgan to curate his vast collection of rare manuscripts, books, and artwork at his rapidly growing Pierpont Morgan Library. Belle da Costa Greene, named Belle Marion Greener at birth, grew up in a predominantly African American community in Washington, D.C. Her father, Richard T. Greener, was the first black graduate of Harvard College and a prominent advocate for equality. Belle's mother, Genevieve Ida Fleet Greener, a musician and educator, was from a distinguished black family. After Belle's parents separated during her adolescence, Genevieve changed her surname and that of her children to Greene so that they could pass as white in a segregated racist society. Because of Belle's lighter skin complexion and her alleged Portuguese background, it enables her to get around as white and to navigate the elitist world of art and literature in the early 20th century. After she is offered the job at J.P. Morgan's library, Belle returns to New York City, where her mother Genevieve is living in a small apartment with her 4 children. The family is barely making ends meet, and Belle knows that landing this job could financially help her family. The night before her job interview, Belle's mother prepares her well about how she should act and what she should say about her backgrounds. Following her mother's advices and close supervision, Belle makes a tremendous effort to hide her true racial identity while pursuing her career. Eventually, she rises to a breathtaking heights in the racist world where women, especially African women, faced such blatant discrimination and exclusion. Gradually, Belle becomes an important figure in New York City and a powerful woman in the literary and arts world, including Europe, known for her classical taste, comprehensive understanding of arts and manuscripts, as well as her negotiation skills. With a determination, Belle demonstrates her ability of handling difficult deals and controlling millions of dollars as she chooses the manuscripts and artwork essential to Pierpont's collection. The novel reveals Belle's romantic relationship with the Renaissance Italian art expert Bernard Berenson. However, Belle remains single for all her life. Belle and J.P. Morgan worked closely for years until his death in 1913. His son Jack Morgan then takes over his business and the library. He continues working with Belle to manage the collections. In 1924, they open up the library as a public institution, and Belle serves as its first director until her retirement. Belle died of cancer on May 10, 1950 in New York City. Before her death, Belle burns all the papers and letters that would provide her true identity. Belle acquired countless valuable items for the collections during her decades-long career at the Morgan Library and Museum. Without a doubt, her contributions to the collections and management were significant. If you have an opportunity to visit the Morgan Library and Museum in New York City, you could easily find the location at 225 Madison Avenue, where you could admire the design and the beauty of the library and marvel at the vast valuable items in its collections. Text of this book talk was edited by Mary Rose Waldron.